Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take this opportunity to introduce to you the senior ball players and their parents. I'll be introducing them numerically. Number 3, Eli Wilt. He is being escorted by Sandra and Mike Wilt. His favorite memory is making it past the districts last year. Next is number 4, Jagger Corliss, escorted by Christine and Adam Corliss. His favorite memory was making it to the regional finals in 2023 and all the bus rides home after that wonderful trip. Next is number 7, Logan Wagner, in quotes, Joe Dirt, escorted by Nicole and Lane Wagner. His favorite memory was making jokes with Calvin Troop. Next is number 11, Brett Ealing, escorted by Amy and Dwayne Ealing. His favorite memory, swimming in Lake Michigan with 10-foot waves after our Boyne City scrimmage and getting to my first varsity TD on the news. Number 12, Aiden Cucci, escorted by Aaron and Todd Cucci. Favorite memory was trip to regional finals in the Upper Peninsula to play Menominee in 2023. Number 23, Caleb Miller, escorted by Trevor and Rebecca Miller and Ron and Barbara Ensign. His favorite memory was a bus ride back from district championship in 2023. Next is number 25, Luke Hoydinga, escorted by Carrie and Ellen Hoydinga. His favorite memory was running in his first varsity TD. Number 34, Benjamin McNally Rodenbaugh, escorted by Becky and Jeremy Rodenbaugh. Favorite memory, winning the football district's championship in 2023. Number 44, Bryce Acom, escorted by Lindsay and Scott Acom. His favorite memory was the first touchdown on varsity in the playoffs against Everett as a freshman in 2021. Next is number 51, Henry Boss, escorted by Dana and Ellen Boss. Favorite memory, beating Beale City for the first time in high school year this year. Next is number 55, Caleb Gildy, escorted by Kelly and Ganon Gildy. Number 57, Kelvin Troop, escorted by Lisa and Scott Troop. Favorite memory is all the times joking with Joe Dirt. There's got to be a story behind the Joe Dirt thing. Ladies and gentlemen, will you join me in saluting the varsity senior players and their parents for all their dedication and support for the football program at McBain High School. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you. Tonight, the greatest rivalry of the North, or the Clam River rivalry. In 1924, newly hired teacher at McBain Rural Agricultural School, William D. Hart, decided it was time to round up a bunch of high school boys and put them together in the school's first football team. On November 3rd, the Ramblers traveled to Lake City for their first football game as a school team. The Lake City Trojans throttled the Ramblers 68-0, and that was the start of the rivalry. The rivalry continued until 1937, when McBain School dissolved its football program. The rivalry reconvened in 1972, when McBain reinstated football, and has been continuous ever since. McBain leads the overall series 29-27, but Lake City has won 7 of the last 9 contests. On tonight's ball game, each team will be wearing commemorative stickers on their helmets, and the coaches are wearing commemorative hats in their school colors. Our 100th anniversary of the rivalry between Lake City and McBain, north and south of the Clam. There are hats, commemorative hats, and t-shirts available for purchase at the concession stand or near the entrance to the ball field. And the hats and tees are $17 each. The proceeds, the profits, are going to the senior class. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's varsity football game between the Trojans of Lake City High School and the Ramblers of McBain High School. Will you please stand and sing with the high school marching band our national anthem? Individually, but teams as the group. So will you please give a warm
hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Peyton Stoll, and I'm coming here by Grant Tripp. And today we're watching the 4-0 McBain Ramblers face the Lake City Trojans. And this is not only a big rivalry game, they say it's the biggest rivalry in the North. It is also 100 years of this rivalry. Yeah, that's right. It's been going on for a whole century. They talked about the history of it. The first time McBain ever played them, it was like 1924. And I guess McBain got beat 65-0, so let's see if that happens again tonight. Grant, what's your prediction for the game? This is a big game.
Well, you remember last year when we went up a year against the Trojans, we were in Lake City. We had that tough overtime loss on that two-point conversion. It was a close game all the way to overtime. I think we should see something like that here. Otherwise, this Rambler offense might put on the run and put up a lot of points.
For the last 2 years, the games have gone into overtime, and Lake City obviously has kept the trophy. As Bryce Aitken actually pitches it to Jacob Hart right there.
Hand off to number 22.
Ramblers special team trying to catch Lake City off guard early.
That ball to the 30-yard line where McBain will take over 1st and 10.
We'll get the first look at this Ramblers offense here in the first quarter. Peyton, what do you think they're going to do? What do you think's the game plan here against this Lake City defense?
So as Caleb Miller, he did get hurt last game. He's still out. They have Landon Kirk back there. I think they're going to prioritize him a lot.
They're going to hand it off to Kirk up the middle. He's going to get forward for about 5 yards.
Number 33, Landon Kirk, the ball carrier.
Because not only is Landon almost like an exact replica of Caleb Miller, but I mean they're the way they run, they can make you miss. They can take you on straight ahead. I mean, they're just like that.
If they get that run game going, you can't forget about the pass. You might see one every so often. Catch the defense off guard. You know Ben Rodenbach can throw it, but he will tuck it and run as he's going to hand it off once again. Gain of a few.
Yeah, if Ben's in a situation where he has to get away and make a couple people miss, he's not afraid to. There's a lot of times where Ben's in a situation, 3 guys, 4 guys tackling at him, and somehow all of a sudden he squeezes out of there and just fights for all the extra yardage he can get.
3rd and about 3 now. Ramblers looking to not go 3 and out on their first opening drive. We'll see what they have dialed up here. Rodenbach going to take the snap, have trouble with it, going to keep it running left. There's a flag on the play. He's going to be brought down short of the marker.
So I think that one's probably going to be holding on the offense, so it'll tug on the jersey and the guy around.
Preliminary signal is holding against McBain.
He did not get it, so I mean, if they do decline, it'll be a 4th down, but I'm pretty sure they're going to accept.
It will give the Ramblers another chance with 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and 13 maybe.
The Ramblers. Penalty marked off. Ball's going to be spotted on about the 27-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 13.
3rd and 13 here. Probably will see a pass.
No trouble with the snap this time. Going to hand off to Acom, who's going to hand it off to Jacob Hart, going to the right side. Had some nice blocks down there, but will be brought down by 5 or so Lake City Trojans.
I mean, Jacob's pretty fast. He needs, if he can get a hole, he'll take it. He's actually dragging that guy for about 2 yards right there, but I mean, the holding penalty throws you so far back. Hard chance to get it on 3rd right there.
For Lake City.
So Trojans defense doing what they had to, making McBain basically do a 3-and-out right here.
Out to punt now for the Ramblers. It's Thomas Maloney. Punt is going to be up. Going to go about 30, 40 yards. Trouble with it on the ground. Will be picked up by a Trojan.
So Jacob, one of the gunners, basically ran all the way down there, hit the guy as soon as he got the ball. Lucky on the Trojans that they had a head-up player right there.
Would have been a crazy play for the McBain Ramblers special teams. We'll see what they have here on defense and what this Lake City team can do. Looking to score early with the ball.
For the past few years, the quarterback has been Darren Kunkel. Obviously, he graduated, which is a big loss for the Trojan defense. I know that every time we talk to the players in the past few years, they're always like, that's the guy you want to take down. So let's see how Trojans were able to adapt without having him.
Looks like they're going to hand it off up the middle, going to the left. Going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage.
One of the things that McBain's defense is so good at, their front line is very good at the run defense. And a lot of teams in high school, that's their plan, is to try and run it to the outside. And we have the size, not only size, but the speed. And it's very hard for teams to establish the run.
Quarterback for the Trojans, number 8, Robbie Root. Going to take the snap, hand it off, going right side. Going to be met at the line once again. That was Bryce Acom.
Yeah, Bryce playing linebacker right there perfectly. Kind of just met him right at the gap. First guy to hit him, and it just allows other people to come on top of him.
Ball carriers number 28 for Lake City. I don't have a name for that.
Going to be a 3rd and 8 now.
Bryce Acom, number 44, on the stop for McBain.
Man in motion, Root going to take the snap, going left. Has a few blockers downstairs, but is going to be brought down once again at the line.
Man, he was just boomed right there. Ben likes to do that. He comes off of the free safety spot, cornerback spot. He just likes to hit those guys hard, meet them at the gap. Not only is he a quarterback, but I mean, he's like a heat-seeking missile out there.
Gonna be a 4th and 8. Both teams 2 straight 3-and-outs. Looks like they're gonna punt here. Number 11 for the Trojans, Tristan Silvers.
There's 2 players running off the field.
Punt is up. Gonna be returned, going to the left. Blocks downfield, gonna get a solid gain. That was number 9, Lakai Campbell on the return.
So both defenses basically doing what they were told to. 3 and outs right there for both teams. I don't. Maybe this is going to be a defensive battle. I know McBain, they've been outscoring their opponents a lot in these games. They haven't really had a close one yet besides Beale City. So let's see maybe if they're challenged with another one of those games like that.
We'll see what momentum they can build on their second drive of the ball game. Snap to Rodenbaugh. He's going to hand it off right side. Landon Kurt still fighting.
Number 33, Landon Kurt, the ball carrier.
Going to be taken down. Forward progress stopped for about a gain of 4.
It'll be second down and 6.
Every time Landon touches the ball, it's just an opportunity to score. He never, I feel like his legs never stop moving. He's always 2 or 3 guys have to take him down. Right there, one guy was trying to take him down, and he just made him miss and miss and miss.
Hand off to Kurt again, going left side.
Landon Kurt, the ball carrier.
Going to be brought down. A gain of a few. Going to be another third down for the Ramblers.
Third down and 4.
So Ramblers are yet to do a throw play or pass play, but another one of the plays they haven't done yet is they haven't. They do a play where Ben almost takes it. It's like a design quarterback run. He has Clayton Hooker and I think Bryce Acom kind of line up right in front of him, and it's just almost like a longer version of the tush push.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. 3rd and 4. Snap to Rodenbaugh. He's going to keep it himself. Looking to throw. Going to run it instead. He will power through for the first down. Going to be pushed out of bounds at around the 50.
Looking downfield, really nobody open. Good pass defense by the Trojans. They did expect to pass there. He could have maybe got Brett, but right where Brett was standing or running the route, he got the same yardage on the run. As we said, Ben's not afraid to run it, not afraid to scramble.
Looks like it's going to be a timeout on the field.
Timeout on the field. Rambler timeout.
For the Ramblers. Going to think over this drive on a first down.
Selling refreshments in the concession stand. They have hot dogs, brats, hamburgers, popcorn, candy.
You know about McLain's excellence in auto repair and transmission work. Now he takes that same work ethic in selling mid-value SUVs and rest-free Southern trucks at an affordable price. These vehicles all have an exact description on his website at www.mclainsAutosales.com, or you can just call today at 231-779-1394.
First and 10 for the Ramblers.
Ramblers offense back on the field. 1st and 10, still tied here. About 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Snap to Rodenbaugh, going to hand it off to Kurt right side, running through. Going to get his ankles snatched for a gain of about 5. Tackle made there by number 9, Cole McGinnis.
Gain of 2, possibly 3. Second down and 7.
I mean, on a first down, you're looking for those 3 yards, those 5 yards. Sets you up a little bit better on the second down. If you can always get 3 or 4 yards on your first down, I mean, that's an accomplished first down, I'd say.
Kurt still in the backfield. Snap to Rodenbaugh, going to hand it off to him again, this time going right. Going to be met. Falls forward for a gain of about 2.
7-yard line. Third down and 6 for McBain.
Right now, McBain's in that awkward place on the field where it's almost like, do you want to punt it here? You could really go for it on a 4th down. This could be a 4th down situation right here if they don't get it. I guess it just depends on how close they can get on this 3rd down.
I think you run the ball and try to get as close as you can. Snap to Rodenbaugh. He's going to hand it off to Acom. Going up the middle, powering through. Going to be close to the 1st down marker. Now it's definitely a 4th down situation if they didn't get it.
Yeah, so with the yards he just got right there, they should be going for it right here. Especially in a game like this where your defense has already stopped their offense and your offense has already been stopped by their defense.
Going to be a 4th and 3.
This could be a hard count right here. They are set up in that formation where Ben takes it as a quarterback run to the right. It's exactly what it is.
He will do that. Tough going. We'll see.
Very close, but he should get it.
They're going to say it's a 1st down. Ramblers offense going to keep on moving.
Like I said, that's almost like a longer version of the tush push. I mean, a lot of people, they see that formation. You can watch film on us. You know that formation is coming. You know that play is going to come. And it's just, how are you going to stop it? I mean, we got 4 guys blocking that are pretty big, good blockers. Clayton Hooker fast and able to move people out of the way. Same with Bryce Acom. I mean, Ben's just so fast, you're not going to stop that play.
Going to hand off to Kurt, who's going to sweep it end around to Jacob Hart, going right side. Speeds forward.
Number 22, Jacob Hart, the ball carrier. Stop short at the...
Jacob normally a kick returner and punt returner, but as the injury to Caleb Miller, it looks like Bryce Acom's also getting stretched out on the sideline right now. He's going to have to step in. He's very fast, as we see from his kick returns, and he's not afraid of contact. I mean, I think he wakes up in the morning, listens to some NBA young boy, and he's ready for contact.
Snap to Rodenbaugh, looking to throw up to Brett Ealing. It's going to be right over his head. First pass of the game, looked like it caught everybody off guard.
It looked like kind of an RPO option. I don't know if it was designed to maybe where Ben could have handed off, but it did get a lot of the Trojans to bite in. That might be a sneaky play later down in the game if it's close like this.
Third and 2 now for the Ramblers, looking to keep this drive going. Going to have Landon Kurt in the backfield. Snap to Rodenbaugh, will hand it off to Kurt. Going to power through. Looks as if he got the 1st down.
Number 33, Landon Kurt. Advance the ball to the 30-yard line.
Will be a 1st, and we see Bryce trotting back on the field. I mean, that was a good play right there by Landon, able to break the arm tackle, get the 1st down. They're close enough here, a couple more yards. They could think about maybe a Thomas Maloney field goal if it comes down to it.
They'll probably just look to push forward for this touchdown on this promising drive. We'll see what they got here. Snap to Rodenbaugh, going to look to throw. Throwing it deep for Clayton Hooker. It's going to be caught. Down at the 5.
Yeah, that's a good play. Clayton's almost designed to be a tight end. I mean, he's a big basketball player. Played basketball last year where we went to the semifinals. He's a starter on basketball team as a freshman, and here he is also as a sophomore on the football team. You just throw that ball up. He has the rebounding ability, and he will get up there and jump.
Hand off to Kurt, going to the right. Not much going. Going to be a 2nd and goal.
Number 33, Landon Kurt, the ball carrier. Stopped at about the 6-yard line. May be a gain of about 1.
This is where McBain thrives, right in the goal line situation. I mean, the runners they have, they are not easy to take down between Bryce and Landon. And also, Ben's very fast, as we know.
That Ramblers playbook full of options. Their first goal-laying drive on the 2nd drive of the game. Looking to take the lead in this rivalry. Snap to Rodenbaugh. It's going to be over his head. Gonna get blocked down, and it's going to be recovered by the Trojans.
So that's the second time that we've seen a snap over Ben's head. And Ben actually took a big hit there. I mean, that was a good play by the Trojans defense. He had I didn't see what defensive player it was, but he knew Ben could have jumped on that ball, and he didn't want the ball. He actually wanted Ben, which him hitting him makes it so his defensive player can recover the ball. And, I mean, as we just said, McBain's playbook, big in the goal line, and that's a big stop for the Trojans.
Sudden change now as the Trojans have the ball. The Ramblers trying to put those first points on, just not what you're looking for in the red zone especially. Going to be a timeout for the Trojans.
Timeout on the field. Lake City's timeout.
Here at Shepherd's Agency in downtown McBain, we are your local and trusted source for all your insurance needs. We truly appreciate our clients and we work hard to provide them with the best coverage at a fair price. If you're not already a client of ours, contact us and let us see what we can do for you. Call us at 231-825-2411. Stop in the office or visit us online at shepherdsagency.com. Reedy's is a family restaurant on Main Street in McBain. Their menu has something for everyone from kids' meals and pizza or burgers to their entrees such as grilled salmon, grilled tilapia, pasta dishes, and the best barbecue ribs or chicken around. Tuesday through Thursdays, Reedy's is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, they close at 9 p.m. And Sundays, they are not open at all. Food for your mood.
Trojans offense back out. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Been a close quarter. Both teams struggles on offense. The Ramblers had that one promising drive, only for it to end in a recovered fumble for the Trojans as the quarterback's going to take a direct snap to himself, run to the right, going to be pushed out of bounds.
Number 9, running back Cole McGinnis, the ball carrier.
He's speeding out of bounds. That's not their normal quarterback. That could have been a Wildcat formation that they do. I mean, he had the outside edge. Perfect play to get him a first down.
Fresh set of downs now for the Trojans. Looking to score first in what looks to be a close game.
Looks like McBain's defense is really selling in. We haven't seen Trojans pass yet.
Handoff again once, left side. Runner's going to hold up, be stopped at the line. Going to be a 2nd and 10.
I would have said McBain defense selling out right there. They were all over that. Nowhere for him to run. 2nd and 10.
I haven't seen a pass yet from the Trojans, as you said. We'll see if they show anything of that in this drive.
Honestly, wouldn't be a bad time. We know McBain whips out the RPO, the read pass option. I mean, McBain's defense, they're looking for the run right here. If they have any sort of pass game, I think they might be able to get the cornerbacks burnt.
Going to be another designed run for the quarterback. Falls over for a gain. Got about 3 or 4 yards there.
Stopped at the 34-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for Lake City.
So 3rd and 8 here. What's the go-to play here, Grant? What are you thinking? I mean, we haven't seen a pass yet.
I think you got to run it. I mean, they might be expecting a pass here.
Yeah.
You just got to keep that run game going. It's only the first quarter. Your defense has made stops, and you just got to trust your run game to carry through the rest of this ball game.
It is true. Both defenses standing strong, but Trojans being able to get that takeaway gives their offense a little bit more momentum.
Looks like it will be another designed run for the quarterback. Has a few blockers, but there are some Ramblers as he is going to be knocked out of bounds by Jacob Hart.
will be enough for a Trojan first down. It was going to be close. Jagger almost had the edge there, just couldn't get there. Got blocked a little bit. As the first quarter dwindles down with 10 seconds left.
That will be the end of the first quarter. Nothing. Defensive highlights all around. Nothing yet on offense.
Score at the end of the first quarter, the McBain Ramblers 0, Lake City 0.
Leading off the second quarter, Trojans with the ball. Looking to put the first points on the board of the game. Going to be a handoff right side. Going to be tackled for about 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, that play was stuffed instantly. Jagger Corliss, one of the guys getting off the pile from his cornerback spot. He gets a lot of those inside tackles. I mean, he's fast to the ball, and he'll take you out low.
Second and 9. Gonna hand it off, rolling left side, gonna be smashed down. Coming in like a missile, Benjamin Rodenbaugh.
Amazing tackle right there by Ben, able to get right through all the blockers. I mean, I thought that was gonna be a dangerous play. He had 3 or 4 blockers right in front of him, all running side by side. If he would have went to the outside, that definitely could have been points for the Trojans right there. So Ben, the savior.
Haven't seen a pass yet from the Trojans. Gonna be a quarterback keeper going right. Finds a hole, gets a gain of about 8.
And that run, he had a full head of steam running right through. I mean, they need a lot of yards. This is going to be a 4th down now, about a 4th and 3. I mean, your defense has been able to stop the Ramblers twice. Do you go for it here?
Absolutely, I think you do. This is a defensive matchup. You want to take any offensive opportunity that you can.
Looks like they have no initiative to put the punter out there, so they will be going for it on offense. Could be another quarterback run right up the middle. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
It will be a quarterback keeper going to the right. Lots of Ramblers in his way. Gonna be close at the marker.
It all just comes down to the spot. It looks like they are spotting him short.
Ramblers say they got the stop, and they did.
So right there with the Ramblers defense, they're a big bend but don't break. They're going to give up some big plays. They're going to scare you a little bit. But at the end of the day, they're not going to budge.
Both defenses standing strong. We'll see if that Ramblers offense can get some points going in this ball game. Snap to Rodenbaugh, going to hand it off to Kurt. Going to the right, got some blocks downfield, meets his man, and then pushes forward for another 2 yards.
I mean, I feel like if he couldn't get a first down on that play, and that was a broken play because that was wide open from the offensive line. You could have fit a whole entire car through there.
Another handoff to Kurt. There will be a flag on the play.
Play is whistled in.
Looks to be on the Ramblers.
Illegal procedure against the Ramblers. 5 yards marked off. It'll be first down and 15.
Offense back out after the penalty. First and long. Landon Kurt still in the backfield. We'll see what they have here. Snap to Rodenbaugh. Will hand it off to Kurt. Going to the right. Going to be met after a gain of about 3.
So that legal procedure pushing him back 5 yards. That's a big penalty right there. This he's not even able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, making it second and long. We might have to introduce a pass here, which I know McBain's not scared to do.
1 for 2 on pass attempts. That one completion was about 20 yards to Clayton Hooker. Snap to Rodenbaugh. Looks like he's going to keep it going up the middle. Got some blocks. Makes a man miss. Will be dragged down, but he does have that Ramblers first down.
If that wasn't a shoelace tackle right there, I know Ben has the speed to get to that edge. He also has a nasty Heisman stiff arm. That could have been a touchdown right there.
On the stop, number 1,
They'll
McLeod with that tackle.
They'll happily take that first down, though. Going to be a new 1st and 10. About 30 yards to go to get to that end zone. Snap to Rodenbaugh. Looks like he's going to keep it going left. Got some blocks. Runs over another man.
The exact same play, and basically the exact same outcome comes right there. That's such a good play right there. McBain's offensive line is one of the highlights of this team. So good at making people get moved out of the way. Creating holes right there for Ben.
This Ramblers offense moving now. Best drive they've looked so far all game. Rodenbaugh going to run to the right.
Number 34, Benjamin Rodenbaugh, the ball carrier.
Not going to be much there. Will be another 3rd and 3.
Finally, Trojan defense able to stop that play. There's been a couple games we watched. It was this year and last year where it's just like they will sit there and do the same play, and if you can't stop them, they don't care. They will play that play and play that play and do that play. And finally, Trojan's able to stop them, make it a 3rd and short.
Going to be Bryce Acom in the backfield. Snap to Rodenbaugh. Going to keep it himself up the middle. Will have the first down plus a lot more. Going to be brought down at the 10.
Right there, same play. But Logan Overman, one of your big linemen, he's pushed the guy all the way into the end zone. I mean, how are you supposed to play defense if you're just sitting there getting pushed back 20 yards? So a whole drive, 4 plays where they did the exact same play. That's why sometimes we call it the McBain Ramblers.
We'll see if they keep Rodenbaugh moving. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They'll do it again, running. Gonna be up the middle. He will cross the plane. Touchdown, Ramblers.
We just watched that play be ran 5 times, and so did the Trojans defense, and they couldn't do a thing about it. Ben, so good at being a quarterback. McBain will strike first here.
Out to kick now. It's going to be Thomas Maloney. Gonna be wide left. Not something we see much from Maloney.
That might be his first missed PAT, excluding the blocked ones.
Definitely had me confused. That's not something we see from Thomas much.
So 6-0 is your score as the ref runs all the way down. That ref's moving. Crosses the 50. Was someone timing that ref's 40?
Give him some pads.
I think that was a 4.640 right there, and the camera wasn't even on him. So the ref handed him the ball right now.
Here's the kickoff from Maloney. Gonna be returned at about the 15. Returner going right side. Gonna be brought down at about the 33. We'll see if this Lake City offense has a response to the first touchdown.
Yeah, it's time to see what the Trojans are made of. I mean, they were able to play some defensive back and forth. Ended up getting that fumble on the goal line. After getting scored on like that, you can't just sit there and go empty. Because once McBain gets hot, they're not going to slow down anytime soon.
But this Ramblers defense, they will not let them just run through. It's not going to be that easy. Snap to the quarterback, flag on the play.
Flags on the field.
Going to be against the Trojans.
Illegal procedure against the Trojans. 5 yards marked off. It'll be first down and 15.
So last couple of years between these two teams, it's been high-scoring games. It's like they both stepped up their defense a little bit. This could be a very low-scoring game. And last 2 years, it did go into overtime, so it's time to see if they can repeat that.
Going to be a handoff right side, drag down.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to help your offense move. That Rambler defense, they first got the penalty, and then they made them lose yards right there. It'll be second, about 16.
As previously stated, this Ramblers defense not going to budge, especially in a big game like this. Tensions are high, but that defensive line will not let a run through. Going to be, look to be their first pass of the game. Going to be lofted up, has a man.
That was tight defense by Ben Rodenbaugh. That was actually a very good pass, way deep. Went all the way down to 50. It was like a 40-yard pass right there. 35. Could have been a big play.
Receiver Tristan Silvers just not able to generate enough separation from Ben Rodenbaugh.
That'll put him in this awkward situation where it's third and about 16 here. And you are so close to your goal line. If you don't get enough yards and you don't get it, you have to punt right here.
We'll see if they dial up another long pass play.
So McBain's going to be sending a blitz in.
It's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's going to be brought down. Nothing going. Going to be a 4th and long. You have to punt here.
I don't know many teams that have a 17-yard play in their back pocket ready for 4th down. They're just going to have to punt, hope their defense can stay strong. McBain did score last time, but their defense made them take a while. Took about 4 minutes off the clock, and that's what the Ramblers are going to have needing this ball back.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the field.
Might be too many people on the field for the Trojans.
It will be on the Trojans. They're going to be marched back even more yards.
5 yards marked off. It'll be 4th down and 20.
So yeah, 4th and 20. I mean, if you thought about faking it, wipe that from your slate.
There's also that worry of that punt being blocked. This is not where you want to be for that.
If McBain has 2 people deep.
Punt is a high, long drive. Returner Jacob Hart running right side. Got some blocks downfield. Still up on his feet. Great return there. Brought down at the 50. Sorry, the 35.
So that's a way to electrify your offense. Like we said, when McBain gets hot, they're going to stay hot. Let's see how the Trojans defense can defend against them.
The real question is here for that Trojans defense. Can they stop Benjamin Rodenbaugh on his legs?
One of the other things, if you're able to look at the sideline, I mean, that was a long play by the offense for the Trojans. The Trojans don't have a lot of depth on their sideline, as McBain has probably about 10, 15 people on the sideline. I think Trojans maybe having 4 or 5, and they look like backup linemen. So they're heavy stacked in the middle.
Rodenbaugh, he will keep it right side. Lots of blocks downfield. 3 Trojans on him, still inbounds. Lunging forward down at the 5.
See, and that's why we call him Houdini, because it's like, how did he get out of that situation? He's getting pushed out of bounds by 2 players, keeps his feet in bounds, and fights for an extra 8 yards. Those are just the plays that fires up your offense, especially coming from your quarterback.
I believe that is 6 times in a row now that they just kept it in Rodenbaugh's hands.
So they're stacking it again. It's going to be the
They'll
same play.
do it again, left side. This time, the Trojans defense was ready for it.
Stopped at about the 3-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal for McBain. On the stop, number 75, Cash Brinson.
See, how many times was they going to do this play in a row before it is stopped? I mean, the Trojans defense, they're cheating so hard. We saw their cornerbacks were cut in the middle. If McBain wanted the option to pass, they could throw a quick pass out. There's one guy far left. Same play. It looks like he's going to run right.
He will run it. Gonna be close to the line. They're going to say just short.
Yeah, the Trojans went low, and Ben tried to go lower. He basically front flipped over a guy, but he lands on the 1-yard line.
We'll see what they have here. Going to be Rodenbaugh again, running through. Nothing to stop him there. Touchdown, Ramblers.
That'll be 2 for Rodenbaugh right now. And they might, because Tommy missed it, maybe they think about going for 2. And the offense will stay in. I saw Ben hold up a 2 sign, and Maloney shook his head yes.
We'll see if they just keep it to Rodenbaugh.
Exact same formation.
Yep, running it right side. Going to make it just through. He will cross as the Ramblers make it a 14-0 ball game.
So I feel like as the Trojans, how mad does that make your defense? I mean, it's the same play 12 times in a row. 2 touchdowns off that play. You know what play it's going to be, and you just don't have the ability to stop it. And McBain's offensive line has been pushing these guys back 5 or 6 yards. Every single time I see a McBain offensive lineman get up, there's a Trojan right under him. They're just doing their job, and it's working perfectly.
And what do you do as that Trojans defense? It's like there's nothing you can do. You can't give up.
You're stacking the middle. I mean, your cornerbacks, your linebackers, they are all in a bunch stacking the middle. Wherever McBain's playing heavy with their blockers and they're having their running backs line up on that side, you know it's going to be ran to that side. But they're just taking you on so fast there's nothing you can do. That's a 5-yard, 6-yard play every single time we've seen. I think this is the exact same play as they used to do last year against the Trojans defense.
And then if that defense has to overcompensate for that run, that just leaves easy windows for the passing game.
That could be a thing they're working on. I mean, what is this, 11 in a row? Maybe they might randomly throw one out there where it's just Brett one-on-one. We've seen Brett one-on-one, and I've watched his cornerback. He's not really playing defense on him. He's cheating in the middle because he knows it's that play.
Kick's going to be returned at the 20, going left. Still inbounds, going to be pushed down.
Number 11, Tristan Silver is the ball carrier.
So a kick return for both teams has been pretty good, setting their offense up in a good position. The Trojans set up now on offense with 2:29 left. One of the things also, if Trojans get the ball here, they score. They are getting the ball back at half, or at the start of the third quarter. So they could take enough time here, score a touchdown, and then get the ball right back.
Best case scenario, yeah, you score a touchdown here, get the ball back, score it, then just have it tied and rely on that defense. But this Ramblers offense with Ben Rodenbaugh just heating up. Going to be a quarterback keeper going up the middle. Tackled at about the 50.
That was a good fake right there by the quarterback to the running back. He got 2 of our players to bite, but 2 out of the 5 is not enough as the other 3 just end up swarming him. Like Clayton Hooker, Johnny Sycamore, and Jader Corliss all on that tackle right there.
Quarterback looking to throw, lofts it up to his receiver, had him open. It's going to be over his head.
Pressure all up in his face by Jagger. Not only was there pressure, but if that wide receiver would have caught that ball, I saw Jacob coming in hot.
Going to be a 3rd and 8. You don't want to give the Ramblers offense that much time to take a 3-score lead here in the first half.
And the Ramblers still have 3 timeouts left. If they do get the ball back, this is definitely scoring position.
Going to be a handoff right side. Immediately tackled. Going to be a 4th down. The Ramblers defense going to call a timeout, stop that clock with 1 minute and 28 seconds left.
And that was a lower snap right there. It looked like the snap was right at the quarterback's ankles. That could set off the offense, or could set off, make the running back maybe a second late, and that's all the defense needs right there, able to get him in the backfield.
Come shop at the family-owned Lakeside Ace Hardware, where you'll always leave satisfied. We pride ourselves at giving customers top-of-the-line products such as Benjamin Moore paint, Traeger grills, Uni ovens, and much more. We provide great tools from companies like Milwaukee and DeWalt, but our best product is our customer service. Our friendly staff is always happy to help you get what you need to make a perfect house better. The price is always right here at Lakeside Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Flag on the Trojans. Going to be 4th and 13. That 4th and 8, you might consider going for that. Down 14, not much time for that Ramblers offense to score. But now you kind of got to take that out of your mind.
Yeah, I mean, if you tried to go for it, didn't get it, you are kind of in that no-man land, but you're not really close enough. The Rambler offense would have no trouble marching down the field right here. And they look like they are going to punt.
Punt is going to be way out of bounds. Bit lopsided there.
Yeah, it was like a high arcing, and all of a sudden it kind of just died off. It was like a curveball almost.
Looks like that ball is going to be spotted on the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, McBain with a minute 22 and a half.
All right, 1st and 10, minute 22, 2 timeouts left. We've seen the play 11 times in a row. We're going for 12. We're going for the dozen.
I think you might want to throw it here. I mean, you don't have much time.
No.
You've been running the ball a lot. They might think you're just going to keep running it. You catch them off guard. You throw it deep to Brett Ealing.
That would be perfect. Looks like they're not in that formation for the quarterback run.
Snap to Rodenbach. Looking to throw. He will. Oh, but it's going to be dropped.
So they had it set up for the pass. Ben throwing a rocket right in there. Just not able to catch it.
Looking for Aiden Cucci. Just came at him too fast and not able to hang on to it. But yeah, that Ramblers offense looking to throw. Trying to get up by 3 scores here.
2 wide receivers out to the right, none to the left. Same pass, there is a penalty though.
Way up, wide open man. Jacob Hart with the ball.
I'm not sure what that penalty on. It could be coming back on holding maybe.
Looks like it is going to come back. Ooh.
So that's a big play gone right there. I mean, that play would have set you up right about the 22-yard line. So it kind of dampens the drive right there. I mean, it's still 2nd and 10, but you just lost about 40, 50 yards.
Going to be a timeout for the Trojans. Stopping the clock with 1 minute and 8 seconds. Sorry, not stopping the clock after the flag and the incomplete pass.
After that penalty, we could say their offense is twisted. Speaking about twisted, let me talk about Twisted Cow. People say money can't buy happiness. Well, those people have never had a rolling wrap from the Twisted Cow. Rolling wraps are the special every Friday, and they're open all winter long. Don't get twisted. Go to the Cow.
Lucky 7 Dairy, ID Store, McBain Grain Company, Allen J. Meat Market, Star City, IBA, That was incredible. Midget Mountain Dairy, Westmas Farm, Sunshine Acres, SRM Concrete, McBain Rocket Football, McBain Access Finance Authority, Bullshit Family and Funeral Home, D&D Classic Soap, Burger Mechanical, Centennial Wealth Advisor,
Ramblers offense back out here. 2nd and 20. 1 minute and 8 left on the clock. Do you think you just run it out, or do you try for it all
They're
here?
still set up in that passing formation. I think the offense just has the confidence right there, but they're like, we don't care what play you have. Never mind, we're going to see another timeout.
All excited and everything.
Man, I was on the edge of my feet, popcorn in hand. Guess I won't have to munch on it now.
A reminder that the seniors is
For people who desire a custom-built home in northern Michigan, Arrow Homes is the premier builder that specializes in creating stunning, high-quality custom homes that reflect each homeowner's unique style and needs. Unlike other home builders that rely on cookie-cutter designs, Arrow Homes partners closely with clients through every step of the process, from initial design concept to final walkthrough, creating a truly customized living space. With over 50 years of home building expertise using only the finest materials and the most skilled craftsmen, Arrow Homes constructs exceptional custom houses that owners are proud to call home.
We are back. Hopefully no more timeouts.
Yeah, I'm ready to see some action here. Still
Hopefully.
set up in the same formation.
Both teams should be confident with all this time to think over it. Going to be a handoff to Bryce Acom. Sorry, a reverse. Jacob Hart, the ball carrier.
I got to be honest right there. I totally also thought Bryce Acom had the ball until I see him suplexed. I was watching Bryce the whole entire time.
Looks like we're going to have a Lake City player down on the field.
We will be back after this.
McLain Transmission and Auto Sales. Transmission repair and vehicle sales in northern Michigan. Locally owned and operated. Being a member of the community means that we take pride in the work that we do for our neighbors. You can expect honest and expert service from us. Every repair, every sale, every time. Servicing Cadillac, Lake City, Manton, Mesick, Big Rapids, Traverse City, and surrounding areas. Located on 2730 South LaChance Road, Lake City, Michigan. Call us at 231-779-1394 or check out our website at mclaintransmission.com.
Come shop at the family-owned Lakeside Ace Hardware, where you'll always leave satisfied. We pride ourselves at giving customers top-of-the-line products such as Benjamin Moore paint, Traeger grills, Uni ovens, and much more. We provide great tools from companies like Milwaukee and DeWalt, but our best product is our customer service. Our friendly staff is always happy to help you get what you need to make a perfect house better. The price is always right here at Lakeside Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
That down player able to walk off with a little assistance, but it's good to see him move off the field pretty much on his own.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing too serious. So minute 01 left here, 39 to go. What we thought was a promising offensive drive for the Ramblers, eventually called back by that penalty. Now they're almost in a situation where if you don't get it here, just burn some clock.
Going to be a direct snap to Rodenbaugh. He's going to run it right side. Has three blockers. Going to stay inbounds. Still on his feet. First down just short of the 40.
I mean, one of those blockers running right with him was Johnny Sycamore. I don't know many people that are like, yo, let me get in front of that guy. It's not a good idea right there, and he's doing his play perfectly.
Going to be a timeout now for Lake City.
That leaves us with one timeout each, or no, one timeout left for the Trojans, which means more football to come.
Here at Shepherd's Agency in downtown McBain, we are your local and trusted source for all your insurance needs. We truly appreciate our clients and we work hard to provide them with the best coverage at a fair price. If you're not already a client of ours, contact us and let us see what we can do for you. Call us at 231-825-2411. Stop in the office or visit us online at shepherdsagency.com.
On the edge of our seats for this play.
Big play right here.
1st and 10, Rodenbaugh running right side, got some blocks, still on his feet, inbounds, going to be pushed out.
And he will smartly go out of bounds right there to stop the clock. I almost thought there might have been unnecessary roughness right there. Ben looked like he was already going out of bounds and he still got hit. In the NFL, that would have been called all day. But obviously, this is not the NFL. This is McBain.
Is it really?
I don't know if you didn't know that.
Looks like there's going to be a flag on the field.
I am Chris Collins.
From the officials holding against McBain.
Going to be holding against the Ramblers. That's going to bring back another big play.
Penalties this drive close to the end or close to halftime are just killing them. When you got 2-minute offense right here, on 2-minute offense, you don't plan for penalties. Looks like they're back right to where they started this drive almost. Tommy warming up his leg on the sideline. I know he does not have a boot to get. This is like a 60-yarder right here.
35 seconds left, 42 yards to go. Snap to Rodenbaugh, looking to pass. Running away from pressure, has blocks, few man downfield. Going to be knocked out of bounds.
So no timeouts for the Ramblers. Rodenbaugh smartly going out of bounds. He's just trying to get closer, inching closer. I don't know if we're seeing the touchdown play right here, but I think he's just trying to see how close he can get before he can get to Thomas Maloney field goal.
Out of bounds by number 9, Cole McGinnis.
Thanks, man.
Snap to Rodenbaugh, going to throw it to his man from the backfield, wide open, lots of space, to the 5.
There's a beautiful play right there, but they got to hurry up. 7 seconds. The clock will start when they are ready. Are they going to go for a first down here? Are they going to go for a touchdown here? Or is Ben just going to instantly clock it? We'll clock it. 2 seconds left. Thomas Maloney time. Field goal.
I mean, they only have 5 yards to go. You could smell that 6 to 7 points.
I don't know, man. I might be smelling what you're brewing because I don't see a field goal unit coming out. Oh, you dirty dog, you guessed it. 5 seconds or 2 seconds left on the 5-yard line. This is do or die right here.
Putting it all on the line, trying to go up 20 to or 21 to 0.
Because it's, you know what looks better than 14? 21.
That it does. Snap to Rodenbaugh, looking to throw, airs it up, going to be caught, Clayton Hooker.
So we've been talking about that all game. Our Trojans defense kind of just easing in. They're cheating in on that play. And that'll be a beautiful pass. I mean, just how they drew it up. Maloney knew that they were not going to be ready for that. And Clayton Hooker, one of those beautiful star tight ends. Get a touchdown right there, making it 20-0.
The gamble pays off.
It always does.
Here's Thomas Maloney looking to make it a 21-point ball game. Kick is going to be up and through.
21-0 going into halftime as your McBain Ramblers lead their rivals, the Lake City Trojans, on the 100th anniversary. We'll be back after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the McBain High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Adam Good. And are you ready?
panicked. I was like, okay, we're gonna walk the whole way down. Right. I was like, crap, I'm never climbing. Yes, I do. We're getting up at 4 in the morning, so that's like, that's kind of
Thank you, band, and Mr. Adam Good. Let's give the band a hand, folks.
back in the second half. Trojans to receive, down 21-0 after not scoring all half. Kick is a wobbler. Returner just going to fall on it at the 35. I mean, Peyton, the Ramblers just taking the lead early, or sorry, taking the lead in the second quarter after a scoreless first quarter. What do you think the Trojans need to do here to just, like, try to change things up, get some stops on defense, and put themselves back in this ball game?
On their offense in the first quarter, we really didn't see a lot of passing from these Trojans. And the one play, it was heavily guarded by Ben, but that was a beautiful pass by the quarterback. I think you try and get more passes. The Trojans are almost repeating 3 or 4 plays right here, and McBain figured out those 3 or 4 plays, not really able to get much out of it. And then for the Trojans on defense, you already know what play they're going to run a ton. Usually to build off of that formation, see if you can stop them.
Quarterback going to run it up the middle. We'll have a quick first down. That's what the Trojans want to see to start off this second half.
So there's a little pep in your step for Cole McGinnis. Dragging about 3 people right there, breaking tackles, juking people out. Pre-game, all right, the halftime talk must have really hit him to the heart because he came out shooting out of a cannon.
This rivalry game, typically close. I mean, it's not over until it's over. You have another half, but you're down 3 touchdowns. You really got to get the ball moving. That's a really good start and what those Trojans want to see.
If there's one game you want to talk about, there's 2 halves to football. It was 2 years ago where we ended up losing in overtime, where we had a 34-point lead at halftime and ended up losing in overtime. So that's how you know there's 2 halves to football. Always keep playing.
Trouble with the snap. Quarterback just going to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Won't get there. Going to be backed up a few yards.
Number 9, Cole McGinnis, the ball carrier. Stopped at the 45-yard line.
So we've seen a lot of troubles with the snaps right here. Some of them have been low, a couple have been high. That really messes up the offense because even if it makes your quarterback step out of formation for 1 or 2 seconds, I mean, that delays your running back. Your running back then delays your offensive line, and then there's a bunch of pressure in the backfield. So that'd be a loss of about 3 right there.
Second with 12 yards to go. Quarterback going to keep it rolling left. Not too much going there. It looks like he's going to get just past the original line of scrimmage.
So, I mean, McBain does a lot of quarterback runs. Trojans trying now to do a lot of quarterback runs. We saw it work instantly where he got about 12 yards and a first down. But now they're sitting in a situation, 3rd and 8 right here. You're down 21-0. Did McBain's offense stall out at half? You don't know, but you don't even want to give them the chance to find out.
Depending on how much yardage they get here, do you think this is 4 down territory?
It's definitely 4 down. I know we're just starting the 3rd quarter, but you're down 3 scores. You don't have time, or you don't have the position to really punt it away here.
Absolutely. You got to build up that momentum as the quarterback's going to keep it. Going to be stopped at the line. There's going to be a flag on the play.
See 2 of them. I think the guy was heavily wrapped around Jagger. It was right in that area. It'll be holding on the offensive line, I guess.
It is going to be a holding against the Trojans.
Yeah, Jagger's so fierce, so tough, so fast coming off that edge. He had a guy blocking him, was about to break off his tackle, and the guy just grabbed a hold of him and said, no, you're not going nowhere. And that's actually illegal in football, so. Back him up even more. He didn't get it there, so it depends to see if they're going to accept it or not. That's what they will. Make it about 3rd and long. Which honestly, that's not a bad play because are not a bad thing to do is to accept it. Because now you're 3rd and like, what, 3rd and 8 now? Or no, you're way longer than 3rd and 8.
3rd and about 18.
Yeah. You're backed up here. We just talked about 4 down situation. They definitely had a chance to go for it. Now if you don't get it, I mean, you can go for it. But if you don't get it, you're setting off the Rambler offense in a beautiful situation.
Ball's going to be spotted down to 38-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and
3rd and 18 here. The thought process, you got to throw it here, right?
You either got to throw it or you got to try and have a big run play right here. They've been going to that quarterback sneak or that quarterback keep But that play has been stuffed out 2 times in a row. Be surprised if they went back to it.
Quarterback going to hand it off, going to the right side. Another flag in the backfield.
Number 28, Sean Fox, the ball carrier. There's a flag on the field.
Looks like it's going to be another holding.
Interesting to see if they'll accept this one or not, because they're in the situation where they really don't have to back them up anymore. I mean, it's 4th down. Just take it.
I mean, 3rd and 29. That is a long, long ways to go. And if you get a stop here without giving up more than 10 yards, that just, they are going to decline it.
I mean, in a 4th down, I figured. So his thought process on the first penalty was they're in 4-down situation. If we accept this, it's going to back them up 10 yards. It's going to play out where they're going to have to punt it. I mean, we already know. Are they going to try and get that 3rd down right there, 3rd and 29? Do you have a 30-yard play in your back pocket? Probably not, but no reason to chance it right here. So they're playing defense, doing exactly what they were supposed to, push them super far back. This might be blocked. Not yet.
Punt is going to be up. Going to be returned by Lakai Campbell, going down the right. Stiff arms a man who will eventually bring him down.
Number 9, Lakai Campbell, the ball carrier for McBain.
So it sets up the Ramblers right about the 33-yard line. Let's see if they were able to keep that momentum as they scored a touchdown 2 seconds on the clock before halftime.
What are the odds here that it's a direct snap to Josh Rodenbaugh? Or sorry, Benjamin Rodenbaugh.
I could see that. I mean, would they run it like 13 times in a row? You think the Trojans defense would maybe like see the formation, see that play out. But sometimes you can see it play out, but the skill just takes right over. You can't guard skill.
Snap to Rodenbaugh. He will hand it off to Kurt, going down the left side. Finds a gap. Gonna get
Number 33, landed Kurt
4 or 5 yards there.
See, and that's another thing. It's like you stop the Ben run, and then they got Landon Kurt in the backfield. You stop Landon Kurt, you got Bryce Acom in the backfield. You stop the run, we have 3 amazing ball catchers. I mean, it's so hard to stop this offense, and that's the reason they're undefeated. I will say a lot of this offense is set up due to our O-line. The run blocking is perfect as you watch them right there. Just creating a hole for Ben. All they need is like 8 yards right there, and that's what they got. And for pass protection, Ben, if you don't watch pass plays, Ben normally has a lot of time or enough time where he gets to decide, am I going to be able to pass this or just throw it or just run it?
41-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down.
Going to be a 3rd and 2. We'll see what they have drawn up here. You're up 3 touchdowns. I figure if you get this 1st down, you just keep it rolling.
Might as well. I mean, this is a big matchup right here. Who wants to ease up on their rivals? I mean, you want to take it to them. No reason to slow down.
Snap to Rodenbaugh, looking to pass. Airs it out for Clayton Hooker. He's going to make the catch.
What a catch. He taps his head as a head top, and rightfully you should. That's a sophomore right there, and he's guarded heavily by 2 people. Ben threw that pass almost so effortlessly. It kind of looked like Ben was just throwing a dropper in the basket right there. Nice little floater. Clayton, I mean, you can't guard that.
How about that play call? 3rd and 2, and you just launched that ball.
We'll talk about tight ends. I know that McBain's always had a lot of good tight ends. Carson Murphy, one of them, graduating last year. He was a big part of this Rambler offense. If you don't remember, in the first game, he caught a game-winning 2-point conversion, and that's how we just knew it was going to be a Ben and Murphy connection. Are we going to see Ben and Clayton this whole season connection?
Both of them teammates on the basketball team. Snap to Rodenbaugh, looking to pass. Going to air it out to Brett Ealing, has him open. Tackler trying to shake him down, still on his feet.
Brett is just one of those guys. He's so hard to take down. I mean, we're in the same weight training class, and I see what he pumps out. He's sitting there dragging a guy as we see an injury right here. Looks like he is okay. Everybody's up. But Brett, one of those guys, I mean, he was sitting there. If he had his choice, he was going to drive that guy all the way in the end zone by his ankle. Eventually, somebody comes and cleans him up. But right here, Ramblers, they were producing their run game, and now they're like, hey, don't forget, we can pass it. They're showing it off right here.
Ramblers in the red zone. Snap to Rodenbaugh. He's going to keep it going right side. Makes a man miss.
Number 34, the quarterback, Benjamin.
Ben's always fighting for extra yards. Made a guy miss, broke another tackle, gained about an extra 4 yards after the contact. I'm interested to see on the season how many yards Ben does have after contact. I'm going to guess it's over 200.
Just keeps his legs moving, has that determination to go forward.
Second and goal now, sitting at the 2-yard line.
Snap to Rodenbaugh. He's going to throw it to Brett Ealing. Ooh, just over his head.
Trojans almost looked like they knew that play was going to happen. The cornerback, as soon as the ball was thrown, pushing Brett. Even if he would have caught it, I think it would have been pushed out of bounds. So good play right there by the cornerback. I think Brett has a little bit of a size advantage compared to him. A couple inches taller, and he does play basketball, so he has that rebound strength. Makes a big difference here when you're down in the goal line trying to throw it.
Looks like there's a flag on the Ramblers. Going to be a holding call. It's going to make it a 2nd and 12.
Second down and 12.
Sometimes, I mean, I know you want to be really close to your goal line, but if you're trying to pass it, backing up a little bit is not the worst thing that could happen. McBain has a lot of plays where they can get some yardage back here.
It's been a passing-heavy drive for the Ramblers. We don't see that very often from this team. There's going to be a direct snap to Rodenbaugh going left, has some blocks, makes a few guys miss. Going to have the first yard, the first down. Going to be down at the 2.
See right there, he had 2 blockers leading for him. And Ben just shoots up that gap. Then he's just out there, no man land with no blockers, and that's where Ben does his magic. There's about 4 people, as we will have a timeout right here by the officials. And maybe they're trying to mark, maybe it's a first down or not.
Definitely looked close.
The Foundation Scholarship helped me achieve my educational dream by allowing me to attend a private college that I really didn't think that I could afford.
By allowing me to focus more on my academics and less about worrying constantly about the financial stressors, it allowed me to form relationships on my community campus, which helped me strive to be a better person, a better student, and a better future teacher.
So I remember taking a picture back in my first semester of college, and it was over $400 for 2 textbooks. And so every bit of money helps, and these scholarships helped me achieve my educational dream by coming back to McBain and helping our next generation of students succeed.
I could go and pursue the majors in education that I wanted to.
Snap to Rodenbaugh, running right side, flag.
Flag on the field.
Just missed it. They ruled it just short of the first down. Flag is going to be on the Ramblers.
Another Ramblers holding right there. Right down the goal line. I mean,
That's
2 penalties now. That is just a drive killer.
That's difficult. That looked like an easy touchdown run. Would have been his 3rd of the night.
Ball spotted on the 12-yard line.
Going to be a 3rd and 10 now.
One switch ups on this drive. Looks like Henry Boss went out. Walk around on that ankle, so Kelvin Troop will stay in.
Snap to Rodenbach, gonna run right. Had Johnny Sycamore and Bryce Acom in motion. He hurdles a man.
Ben, one of the track and field guys, he is a hurdler. But the ref must be hitting some arms today. Not a late day, because this is the third flag he's thrown on this drive alone. Be another one on the Ramblers.
On the penalty is holding against McBain.
Tough play. That takes away the incredible hurdle by Rodenbach. That would have been a crazy highlight.
So Ramblers holding. They're going to have to start taping their hands together shut. This is three plays in a row where they've been holding. They started on the 2-yard line. They are now back to 3rd and 22. At one point, it was 1st and 3 on the 3. Now it's 3rd and 20. They're set up on the 22. But the Ramblers been able to take a lot of time off the clock with this drive. Down to 3:30 left in the quarter already.
Snap to Rodenbach, gonna hand it off to Kurt. Or sorry, keep it end around to Jacob Hart. Still going on his feet. Another. Sorry, I thought there was a flag on the play.
I think there is. I swore I saw a flag. If not, that was a beautiful run by Jacob.
It will be a flag.
Blocking the back.
Gonna be against the Ramblers once again.
So what's that? 3 touchdowns now, not on the board?
It's gonna be a 3rd and a long ways to go.
I mean, you're so far out, this might even be out of field goal range for you.
Ball's going to be spotted outside the 25-yard line.
What do you even draw up here?
Maybe a bend quarterback run, see if he can get you 10, 15 yards. I mean, you're up by 21. You're not in a situation where you need points, so maybe just kick it with Tommy, see if Tommy can kick a 40-yard field goal.
We'll see. Snap to Rodenbach, gonna look to throw. Oh, he's gonna be brought down, fumble on the play. Looks to be
Ramblers have it.
Gonna be recovered by a Rambler.
Johnny Sycamore staying on that, and that's big for the Trojans right there. The blindside guy just hit Ben right in the back, able to hit him in his arm, causing a fumble. Now it'll be 4th and 25. 25 yards to go. I mean, you have to get a touchdown. They're not really in field goal range, so you might as well go for it. You're not going to punt here.
4th and 32?
I think so. Honestly, you might as well just try and get a play where you can get 10, 15 yards, maybe set the Trojans up, their offense a little farther back. Trust in your defense as you have been. There's a reason the Trojans have 0 on the board. Be a timeout before we see the 3rd and a country mile.
McLain Transmission and Auto Sales. Transmission repair and vehicle sales in northern Michigan. Locally owned and operated. Being a member of the community means that we take pride in the work that we do for our neighbors. You can expect honest and expert service from us. Every repair, every sale, every time. Servicing Cadillac, Lake City, Manton, Mesick, Big Rapids, Traverse City, and surrounding areas. Located on 2730 South LaChance Road, Lake City, Michigan. Call us at 231-779-1394 or check out our website at McLainTransmission.com.
And we are back. You want to know what was said in that timeout? a 35-yard play because that's what they need to get right here.
35-yard play. I mean,
I have a couple in my back pocket. You know, if I was playing, throw me the ball. Watch me rumble.
snap to Rodenbaugh. He's just going to run it. Going right side. Has some blocks. Going to be still on his feet. Going to be brought down maybe 5 yards short. That's a really good play, but with 30 yards to go, there's not very much you can do. That does really improve the field position for that Ramblers defense, though.
See, Grant, I'm no meteorologist, but that was not a 35-yard play right there. I mean, that was close enough. Ben, I heard someone counting. That was like 4 or 5 guys he made miss. He's just putting his heart on the field, trying his hardest. But like you said, that is perfect. I mean, if you're not going to get it, you want to get as close as you can because now the Trojans are set up in their own 15-yard line. Let's see if they can rumble.
A lot of yards to go for this Lake City offense. Haven't scored all game. Going to be a handoff right side. Running back's just going to fall into Jagger Corliss.
And with a lot of those touchdowns getting called back, your clock kept running every time they would play. So they burnt about 2 minutes of just garbage clock right there. I mean, the plays didn't count, and the clock was still being burnt. So it's only about 1:50 left. The Trojans have a chance to come back, but they got to get a little pep in the step and got to start going.
Handoff right side, dodges 2 guys, but will be brought down by his shoelace. Bryce Acom.
From those 2 plays we just saw, it almost looks like the Ramblers during halftime just kind of looked at their playbook. I mean, Bryce was one of the initial guys to get there, but I also saw Jagger. There's like 4 or 5 guys in the backfield already up in that running back's face, and he barely even got the ball. So now Trojans 3rd and 11, ball on the 9. They do not want to go 3 and out here because you're in a situation where you have to punt.
Yeah, definitely not a spot where you want to go for it and you fail. Ramblers just have to walk right in for that touchdown. Quarterback going to take a direct snap, running right. Lots of Ramblers in on him, though. There will be a flag.
Tackled right there by Bryce Acom.
Number 9, Cole McGinnis, the ball carrier.
That's what the flag is on.
Going to be a holding against Lake City. I figure if you're the Ramblers coach, I think you decline this one.
Yeah, no reason to really accept this right here. They're not in a position to go for it. And if they do go for it, I mean, you haven't been able to get anything in 3 plays. What thinks 4 is going to do it?
By McBain, it'll be 4th down for the Trojans.
So will be declined. 40 seconds on the clock. Do you really? It's a big risk. Punting from your own end zone.
So Rambler offense stalled out. Bunch of penalties. The defense is not breaking for them. It's one of the strong suits this year, I would say, is the defense has not allowed a lot of points. That's going to be basically blocked.
It's going to be brought down. Oh, my.
Trenton Brunick, one of the first people to get right in his face, jumped in front of the guy, and that just allowed Brett Ely, I'm pretty sure, to wrap him up. And it was Landon Kurt able to wrap him up. And to make matters worse, they just got worse.
You talk about good field position for an offense. Ramblers only have to march about 7 or 8 yards.
1st and goal for McBain on the 6-yard line.
See, Ben has 2 touchdowns on the day. Then Clayton has 1. See who gets this one. It's interesting.
Going to be Bryce Acom in the backfield. The Ramblers haven't done too much handing the ball off. It's mainly just been Rodenbaugh. He will hand it off to Acom. Going down the right side. Touchdown, Ramblers.
So, I mean, there you go. Your offense stalls out. Your defense stays strong. Your special team stays strong, and now your offense is even stronger. I mean, that's just a solid team right there. They're a perfect spear. 27-0. Took the Ramblers what, 5 seconds to score a touchdown right there?
One handoff and it was over.
Yeah, as you said, there's not been a lot of handoffs. That was probably, I mean, we're probably at a dozen right now. We've seen a lot of just bend, run, bend, run, bend, run.
Flag on the play. Kick will be good.
It's going to be a Trojan offside. I don't think they're going to count the kick because it was called dead.
I guess they're going to have to redo that kick.
They're close enough. They might be going for 2 right here.
Yeah, Maloney's going to come off the field. Rodenball will come out. Trying to take a 29-point lead here.
Be half the distance to the goal, so set up on the 3.
Snap to Rodenball, going to hand off to Acom up the middle. And he got there.
Extra point is good. Run in by number 44, Bryce Acom.
So the Ramblers capitalized on the Lake City flag. And now they're up 29-0.
So I was talking to a couple of the players today, and I mean, this is just one of the games they want to win so bad. As we said, the last 2 years, Trojans have kept it this. And there is, as they're talking about right now, there's a trophy. The Trojans have kept it for the last 2 years. We beat Houghton Lake this year in the first responder game, so we get that trophy. If we win here, we get those trophies. That's just ultimate bragging rights. I know one of the players that especially wanted to beat him was Bryce Acom. I think it was his freshman or sophomore year where in overtime he was stopped on the 1-yard line, and that's what basically lost him the game. So, I mean, this is his revenge tour, his villain arc right here.
Back deep. Prepare to kick off. Tom Maloney, number 1 for McBain.
Here's the kickoff from Maloney. Going to be a kick at about midfield. Returner just going to fall on it. Try not to let it get out.
Trojans to take over the ball. 1st and 10 on their own 32.
So Trojans' offense has been stalled out the last few drives. McBain basically sniffing them out as soon as they get the ball. I don't think we've seen them get over 40 yards between 3 drives. So interesting to see. Maybe do you switch it up here? Do you just try old reliable, see if you can catch them off sides?
Going to be a handoff down the right side. Herd of Ramblers on him, though.
Number 28, Sean Fox, the ball carrier.
I mean, he was hit hard
Ball spotted on the
between Bryce and Jacob and Jagger. All over him.
Second down and 10.
Get him about nowhere except for to the start of the 4th quarter. We'll be back. 29-0 is your score. And I'm still paying.
Come shop at the family-owned Lakeside Ace Hardware, where you'll always leave satisfied. We pride ourselves at giving customers top-of-the-line products such as Benjamin Moore paint, Traeger grills, Uni ovens, and much more. We provide great tools from companies like Milwaukee and DeWalt, but our best product is our customer service. Our friendly staff is always happy to help you get what you need to make a perfect house better. The price is always right here at Lakeside Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
12 minutes of football left for us today as the Ramblers are up 29-0. I mean, if you're this Trojans offense, you score a touchdown. Do you think you go for 2? You are down 29, so you do have to get a 2-point conversion eventually if you're to get 4 touchdowns.
I think you have to. I don't even know if they're thinking about 2 points right here. They're thinking about touchdown. I mean, as we said, I want to know how many yards they have on the game, because I don't want to say it's over 200. I want to say Ben alone probably has 150 or 200. I mean, there's a whole drive where it was just Ben.
Going to be a handoff, or sorry, a direct snap to the quarterback. Going to be a gain of about 5. Going to be a 3rd and 6.
To the 35-yard line.
Makai Campbell with that tackle right there.
And 6. On the stop for McBain, number 9, Makai Campbell.
So Trojans not really switching up their play calls at all. Not a lot of runs, or not a lot of passes. It's just been all runs. And these runs are only netting you about 3 or 4 yards. And eventually you're going to have to switch something up as you're sitting at a 3rd and 6 now.
We'll see what they got in this 3rd and medium. Man in motion, quarterback going to keep it rolling left. Going to be brought down, or sorry, wrapped up by number 9, Lakai Campbell, and then pushed back.
Yeah, Lakai sniffing that play out. Just got a tackle, and he's right back there. That's going to get him about nowhere. Might even lose him about a yard.
Lakai Campbell, and then right after that, Landon Kurt, the 2 sophomores.
4th down and 5. On that stop, number 9, Makai Campbell.
So you're so close to your goal line, but you're also down by 29 points, and you know if you give the Ramblers the ball back here, they're going to burn a lot of clock. So Trojans are going to have to end up going for it. This is a big drive right here.
We'll see what the Ramblers defense has, trying to really put an emphasis on a good defensive game as the quarterback is going to be stopped short of the line. It's going to bring the Ramblers offense right back out here.
Yeah, he just got stuck right there. I mean, he met a wall, and you're not going through a wall.
Back to make a first down. The ball goes over to McBain. 1st and 10 on the 37-yard line of Lake City.
So that's just kind of like a team morale crusher. You're at that point where you have to go for it on 4th down, where you're really close to your own end zone. And that's almost like the last despair situation. There's 10-15 left. Ramblers march down right here. They kick, or they get a touchdown and an extra point. It would be running clock.
Going to be Landon Kurt in the backfield. Snap to Rodenbaugh, looking to pass. Going to throw it, going to be caught. Receiver still on his feet. Down at about the 20. Aiden Cucci with the catch and staying on his feet, running through a ton of Lake City Trojans. And just the Ramblers are right back into the red zone.
He's one of the guys. Aiden runs distance and a lot of things. He's telling me. He's like, yeah, I run 2 miles for fun. I was like, that's cool. I'd never do that. Aiden's very shifty, very fast. And he has very good hands. We did see him drop 1. I think that got a little in his head. Obviously don't want to drop 2, and showing up why he's one of the better wide receivers.
Rodenbaugh going to hand it off to Kurt, going to the right side, makes a man miss. Going to be brought down.
Brandon Kurt.
Looked to be just short of the first down.
The ball carrier inside the 10-yard line.
Someone lit McBain on fire, and they're yet to be put out.
2nd down and 2.
They're just moving, steaming. The defense stopping the Trojans in their tracks the last 5 drives, and the offense looks unstoppable.
Yeah, and as you said earlier, this Trojans team doesn't have much depth on that bench, and they are probably all just absolutely gassed right now.
Definitely gassed. I mean, I can count 6 on their bench right now. So a lot of these guys are playing both ways, and that's a big drive killer. As that ref killed that play right there with a yellow flag.
It's going to be an illegal procedure on the Ramblers. Going to make it a 2nd and 7.
After 5-yard penalty is marked off.
So one of the things, I mean, this was a good game by the Ramblers, but a lot of penalties. I think that is probably 8 on the night. They had 4 in a row. 3 holds, 1 block in the back.
It was gonna be a jet sweep to Brett Ealing. We'll see what they have here now with the 5 more yards to go, or 5 additional yards to go. Snap to Rodenball. They'll do the same kind of sweep right to Ealing. He's going right side.
Exact same play. I mean, they got the penalty, and they're like, we know this play is going to work. And it does. Brett, also a very good running back, very good player with the ball in his hands. It will be a first down, McBain. Grant, let me ask you, are you hyped right now?
It's first and goal. We're trying to put this game out of reach. That clock will start running after we score, if we score this touchdown.
There's no way not to be hyped. Wiglow's being played in the background, man. It's the greatest chant of all time. Be first and 10 on the 5. Do we see Ben get 3 touchdowns right here on his little leggies?
Snap to Ben. He's going to hand it off to Kurt up the middle.
That play's stuffed out.
Number 33, Landon Kirk, the ball
Number
carrier.
88 for the Trojans. All over him, Adrian Chattel.
Maybe with that play, the Trojans defense can get a little bit of momentum, try to get themselves back into this ball game. You never know. It's never over.
I mean, you need something here.
Gonna need some magic.
29, that is, what, 4-scored game. You have 7:20 left. McBain on the door knocking. See if the Trojans can keep it locked.
Looks like a Lake City player jumped off the line.
I thought they might have gotten a free play right there, but they will just take the 5-yard penalty. Or that should be closer to goal.
Sorry, it's going to be on the Ramblers for a delay of game.
Interesting. So backs them up a little bit right there. Still 2nd and goal. As we said, a lot of penalties. They get to the goal line, and they're like, maybe they get too scared. They're like, hey, this is too close. Let me back up a little bit.
Have to make the play a little more impressive. Bring up the intensity for sure.
That's what I'm saying. We need some highlights for the morning news.
Snap to Rodenball. Hand up to Kurt going to the left. Jumps over a man into the end zone.
Morning news. That's going to be on the morning news.
Absolutely it is. It's going to make it a 34-0 ball game.
Maybe that was their play the whole time. They're like, yo, Landon, you want a 3-yard touchdown run? Or you want a 13-yard touchdown run? You want to pat those accolades? Maybe they're stat padding. We might have to have an investigation.
Kick from Maloney will be good. That will make it 36-0.
Kicked through by number 1, Thomas Maloney out of the home of Drew Hamilton.
And now I believe it's going to be running clock, which honestly McBain is doing a lot to their opponents. So that's how you know this is a hot team. Running clock is only stopped by what we call tips, timeouts, injuries, penalties, and scores. So the 6 minutes and 38 seconds will move very fast.
You think about the contrast between these two teams last year. I mean, last year this game was so close, and now it's just not even fair almost.
Like we said, the last 2 years it's been overtime game. I know a lot of them were like, we expect this to be a good game, and McBain just came out hot and they never slowed down.
It's a very impressive Ramblers team.
It came out on fire. But good thing, McBain has its own fire department.
To put out the fire. Maloney back deep for the Trojans. Number 2, Blake Riddle over number 11, Tristan Silvers.
I just got a T-shirt. Let's go.
Throwing out Tyler.
Yeah,
Here's the kick from Maloney. It's a squib up to the middle, going to the right. Going to be returned at about the 30. Returner going to get a gain of about 8. But the real highlight of that play was the catch by my friend Peyton here.
All right, let me break it down for you as play-by-play. Isabel severely overthrew somebody in the back row. It was about to hit the camera. I saved all your guys' lives as I caught that towel. Like we said, it's 100 years of this rivalry. They're busting out all the moves.
Will that be on the morning news?
That actually should be a highlight in the morning news. This is Thomas. McBain Ramblers, sponsored by Hudson.
6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
As they're breaking down the running clock right now, tips is what you always remember. See if the Trojan offense can catch fire like I caught that towel.
Snaps to the quarterback. It's going to be a handoff to the running back, and he's going to be dragged down in the backfield.
Yeah, the only thing he caught right there was a guy right in front of his face. Like we said, McBain, they basically have been taking the Trojans' play sheet because I feel like every single play so far has just been going back.
Second down and 14.
Really ought to have took notes on your style of play, like catching that towel.
Highlight of my life. That's gonna be my senior quote. I caught a towel. So second and 14 here. Trojans, I would say maybe put in some other players, but they got a lot of players to put in. That's a big factor in a game when you play somebody who does not have a lot of backup players. I mean, both ways, your guys are just gassed, especially when McBain's been doing a lot of long drives.
Going to be a handoff right side. Going to get back to about the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to be a 3rd and about 10.
The 36-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 10. On that stop, number 4, Jagger Corliss.
Jagger Corliss getting that tackle. I feel like he's all over, man. Third and 10. 4 minutes left.
4 down territory, no doubt. Got to show that you believe in your team, even as this game is winding down. Snap to the quarterback. He's going to keep it roll left. Being chased down by a Rambler. Will get past him. Still going on his feet. Inbounds. One man to run past. He will.
What a play.
My goodness. The Lake City Trojans won't be held scoreless.
What a play right there. Had the edge, just not fast enough on the edge. This is McBain's second string defense for most of the guys, as we're up by so much. That will stop running clock, though, so maybe part of the game plan. But yeah, he just had the edge, broke out 2 tackles, going all the way home. Now they can't say it was a dud. 0.
3 minutes, 40 seconds to go.
So thinking long and hard on this 2-point conversion. As I see Thomas Maloney warming up on the sideline, which means they're probably going to retire Ben for the tonight. He did his job. Now it's time to see. And, you know, Ben's a senior, so someone's got to step into his shoes. Yeah, Thomas Maloney able to do that.
Running left side, got some blocks. He will get that 2-point conversion.
Extra point conversion is good.
Trojans trying to keep any hope they can.
3 minutes, 40 seconds left in the ball game. The McBain Ramblers 36 and the Lake City Trojans 8.
Down only by 28 points now. 4 touchdowns.
Onside kick right here.
Gonna need to average about a touchdown per minute.
Seen it done. Put it with a guy. 04 and Nam did it. Name was Gary. Best ball player I've ever witnessed.
Trojans kicking team pending what should be an onside.
Ready to kick off for Lake City, number 10, Paul Delph. Back deep for McBain, number 22. Jacob Hart, number 33. Landon Kurt and number 44, Bryce Acom.
A stacked backfield.
Won't be an onside. Going to be kicked out of bounds.
Hey, that's part of the game plan.
Believing in their defense.
Saying our defense is, hey, this is chess, not Monopoly. You know what I'm saying? They're playing the short game.
Building a procedure against Lake City. Kickoff out of bounds. Rivers will take over the wall. 1st and 10 on their own 35.
Looks like Rodenbaugh is going to stay out there as their quarterback.
Really?
Finish this night out.
I saw Maloney warming up. Maybe Ben's like, hey, this ain't running clock no more. This is no joking around. No, he's locked in. They call him the sheriff. I've actually never heard anybody ever call him that.
Snap to Rodenbaugh. Going to have trouble with it on the ground. Luckily, Rodenbaugh is able to just fall on it.
And Ben actually planned that. This is a sponsorship by Smokey the Bear. If you get caught on fire, do what Ben just did and tuck and roll. All right, replay that. Ben did a nice tuck and roll right there. Thank you to Smokey the Bear for the sponsorship. That was planned. That was not a bad snap. Make it 2nd and 11.
Snap to Rodenbaugh, going to hand off to Kurt, going up the middle, has some solid blocks. Going to get a really good gain.
Landon Kurt, the ball carrier. Advance the ball to the 44-yard line.
Going to make it about 2nd and 3. Sorry, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, Landon, we always said, full head of steam right there. There's a lot of big positions that seniors are in right now. The offensive line, Caleb Gildy, Henry Boss, both seniors, they're going to have to be filled in. I think they'll be fine. But what's especially good at quarterback, with Ben Rodenbaugh, we got Thomas, and then Lakai will come in. And I think at running back, we're going to be the best. Landon Kurt will definitely take the realm, and he will do perfectly fine.
Running up the middle with Kurt, got a lot of space downfield.
I mean, he just hits that hole, and there's no looking back. He's moving fast, and he's strong.
To the 40-yard line of Lake City. 1st down, McBain.
1st and 10 with 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go.
By number 3, Logan Stanley.
Sorry, just about 2 minutes to go.
We're probably going to see another run or two and then victory formation. Unless, you know, somebody's feeling a little cheeky, might start calling timeouts.
Hey, as you said, it's a rivalry game.
Don't want to give them no extra points.
It was a tough loss last year in that overtime. We'll see what they do here. As Maloney is in at quarterback. Going to be handed off for a gain of about 3 or 4 yards.
Handed off to number 33, Landon Kurt.
Make that about 2nd and 7, minute 30 left.
Yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6. On the sub number 60, Ashton Parks.
As the clock slowly ticking down, Maloney looks like he has no hurry in his step.
Looks like they're just going to salt this one away.
They're not in victory formation, though.
Snap to Maloney, handoff to right side. That's Luke Hoydinga. Got a man to beat. He will shake and bake all the way to about the 13-yard line.
Yeah, Luke moving faster, hitting the right side. That's just the cherry on top of this game, as it will be slowly iced away. That was actually out of bounds.
There is a flag on the play, I believe.
Oh, no.
Peyton, is it cold in here?
I think there's some alphas in the atmosphere. I did get lost in the sauce right there. I was kind of confused at what was happening. I'm just staring off in the distance, listening to the chant. I will tell you, it's not cold in this deer blind, but it's cold outside. It is actually freezing outside. There's 6 of us crammed in this deer blind, and it's for a right reason. It's cold outside. It is fall. And this victory will fall to the Ramblers. You see how I wordplay right there?
43 seconds. Can't jump to conclusions quite yet.
Oh, they call me the bunny the way I jump.
Do they really?
I've been called it like once or twice. I mean, it's not a daily occurrence, but it's been thrown out there. Clock will start the run.
35 seconds to go.
You know what I think they should do? Fake victory formation. Henry Boss touchdown run.
You know who they should throw it to? Johnny Sycamore.
Or me. As you can tell, I already caught towel. I can catch the ball.
Looks like they're just going to kneel this one out.
And will be a victory for your McBain Ramblers. 36-8 is your final score. And McBain will clear this trophy, but they haven't gotten it for the last 2 years. So I know they're absolutely hyped. And McBain stays undefeated 5-0. They're the team to beat. Come back here next week where McBain plays
Everett.
I knew it was a football team. I've been Peyton Skolin, accompanied by the lovely Grant Tripp.
Here with Xander Hauser and Javen Brainerd, along with Cole Engelwright.
Cole, the head of the company. Never can forget Cole.
Thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. We will see you next week.
Center of the field where our athletic director, Mr. Sean Mulder, will be presenting the Misaki Sentinel Trophy, the 100th anniversary of the rivalry between Lake City and McBain High School. Will be presenting the trophy to McBain and head coach Pat Maloney.